Hi guys, in this video I'm going to be talking you through how I get this festival ready. Today I'm going to see Taylor Swift in Hyde Park. I'm super excited and I thought a little bit of glitter wouldn't go amiss. But here is how I do my festival look. So I've just got out of the shower, I tanned yesterday, hence this golden glow. I've moisturised and I've cleansed and I've toned, and now I wanted to kind of start by doing my hair. So I'm using this VO5 Casual Control. Now this is a really good texturising spray. It's a bit like a salt spray, although I think it's got a few more bits in it, but I really like how it leaves your hair like feeling really like nice and textured before you put wax in. So I'm literally just going to take it off like this. Just give my hair a good hose down. It has dried a bit because I was faffing around setting up all the film stuff. As you can see, I'm not being shy. GHD hairdryer, the best in the business. Oh. Low pressure, high heat, sorry. You can see that the product is dried in and it's actually giving my hair a lot of texture, which is great. If you have large hair, you want to do big quiffs, or if like me, you've just got kind of short, messy hair, it just creates that almost first level of texture before you then put your wax in. I'm not gonna put my wax straight on top of this. I'm gonna let it like air dry a little bit more, but I just wanted to do the initial heat drying while my hair was still wet. Today is gonna be hot, and that means burny skin. So be careful, make sure you always put SPF on before you go to a festival, whatever the weather is like, because in England or wherever you are watching this, guten tag, bonjour, good eye mine, it gets hot. So make sure you put on SPF 50. I'm going to put this on, I'm using La Roche-Posay SPF 50, it's one of my faves. But I'm going to put it on and let it settle into my skin for a bit rather than going straight on top with all my festival kind of bronzers and glitter. Can you imagine if you burn at a festival? A, it feels uncomfortable. B, it's wrinkly. And C, what if you have to go and sit in the shade when your favourite act's on? Boo. I took my sweet time there. Made myself a brew. What am I like? Time for a little bit of primer. Because I've got quite gleamy skin at present, I'm going to use an oil-free primer. Because the sunblock underneath acts as such a thick barrier, I need something to kind of sit over the top. Seems like I'm layering it all up, doesn't it? I'm using this Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. I love it because it's a spray and you literally can just mist it over your face and it just lands and you pat it in with your fingers and it's just like nicely done. It's not too much of a thick layer, especially if you're going out in the day. Sometimes if you're using a primer and a tinted moisturiser and a foundation and concealer, it looks a little bit heavy, and this, all I'm trying to do is create a nice even skin base. Now it's time for a little bit of Wonder Blur from the Body Shop. I love this product, it just totally gets rid of the signs of open pores. I use 2 fingers to just put it onto my nose, rub it around my nose and my under eye area, and then pop a little bit on my central brow where the T-zone is, because that's where I tend to get the oiliest, so therefore have a lot of open pores. I'm just rubbing this around this area and right up into the outer bit of the brow to blend it. This really does make your skin look perfect. Because I was so excited to see Taylor Swift last night, I have had quite a rocky night's sleep, so I'm going to use some products to just kind of make my skin look a little bit more alive. I'm going to start by using this Bare Minerals Well Rested Pen. I've used it in previous videos, it is an absolute gem, and I've just found it again. You know when you kind of forget about a product and then you suddenly are rooting through the packages in your bag and you're like, well maybe you don't, but I do. I'm like, ooh, what have I got in here? And my boyfriend's always like, how do you forget about things? I don't know, maybe call me a kleptomaniac. But this is a beauty and I really like using it in the summer. I just put it on my under eye area. I don't use the brush that it provides. I literally put it on the back of my hand and then sweep over my under eye area. And I'm going to blend it with a little bit of this Lancome concealer. Now these two together have light reflecting properties, so they hide the signs of bags, they hide dark circles, and boom! You look like you've slept for 12 hours. And I'm just applying using this Real Techniques concealer brush. I really like the angle shape of the brush. It fits just around your eye area. I've used it before and I'll use it again. I love it. You can see I'm applying to the inner eye and I'm working my way down in an almost triangular shape down my cheek and then back up towards my outer eye area. Now I'm adding concealer here because I want to mask over the bag area, so I don't want it to look like I've got an indent here on my face, so I'm using the concealer to smooth it over so it looks like my cheek blends into my eye nice and evenly. Use your fingers to blend if you need to and really flick the brush around. Don't drag the brush because what you don't want to do is drag a brush around the eye area. Someone once said to me that the skin around the eye is like a paper towel. It's so thin, so you have to gently press and just keep building it up, building it up, building it up. I, again, keep going to using the fingers. If I want to add more, I will do, but I'll try and let this first bit set a bit and then I'll go again. If you're looking particularly shattered, adding a little bit of concealer to the inner part of your eye will widen your eyes and make your eyes look a little bit brighter. I love adding a tiny bit of concealer here because it just creates a little bit of a more four-dimensional brow. I'm just going to blend that using a MAC Duo Fibre brush. Some people might say this is a bit big, but I really like how big it is because I find it just blends this area better. Hell, nearly forgot I've got a brew on the go. God, tragedy. Now it's time for a little bit of colour on my face. Because I'm always, well, try to be always tanned, I'm going for this Caudalie Tinted Moisturiser in number 2 medium, which is quite golden. If you are not sure about what shade you are, pop in. I think they sell in John Lewis. They've definitely got their own standalone stores in London. Pop in and have a play with them. If you're not sure how to test tinted moisturisers or foundations, if you put a tiny bit on your chin, when it's the right colour, the chin bit should match to this bit and you shouldn't be able to see any of the foundation. So again, applying to the back of my hand, taking the same MAC Duo Fibre brush and literally sweeping it on. I think tinted moisturisers at this time of year are perfect because they're so lightweight, you don't need full coverage, but you do want to look fresh as a daisy. And what you don't want to do is drag the brush around your skin. All you're doing is like flicking it on the skin, so just gently sweep the product around. And don't forget to do your ears. Use what's left on the brush. You will think there's no product left on the brush, but there is the tiniest amount, and use this to just blend in the areas that you kind of want it to just fade into. So around the bottom of the neck, on your ears. My friends are here, they're all having a few pre-drinks and listening to Taylor Swift. I would like to put Taylor Swift on this video over the top like a nice soundtrack, but considering her very strong opinions on where music is streamed and not streamed, I won't. However, let's talk about glitter. I'm going to apply some glitter using this Duo eyelash adhesive. I popped into Boots the other day and got this. You really can use any eyelash glue. I think eyelash glue is the best because it dries clear, it also holds and it's quite easy to get off at the end of the day. So being a boy, I don't want to go too over the top, but it is Taylor Swift, so I mean I'm not going to be shy with the old stuff. I'm literally going to dab the eyelash glue around the areas that I want to have glitter. And then I'm going to use a Cassie Lomash brush to gently dip in the pot of glitter. I'm using Topshop glitter because I really like the way that the Topshop glitter is quite big, because tiny glitter is great to fill in the gaps, but you want some big impact stuff. Okay, I'm gonna need to run and look in the mirror. This is a lot. So with this bit here. Ooh. So I would always recommend doing this in front of a mirror. Doing it in front of your little screen here, it's harder than I thought. However, we must progress. So glitter is on pie time. I'm gonna just put some wax in my hair now because it's obviously all set into my hair before with the texturizing spray. I'm just gonna use a bit of VA5 thickening paste. So what I want the paste to do is kind of hold the style in place. If you've got a quiff that like flicks back like mine does, the texturizing spray will just give it texture, it won't hold it, so you're going to need some wax at the front. And if you have a really big quiff, I'd recommend using a little bit of hairspray. Just for finishing touches, I'm going to use the Saint-Tropez Violet Illuminator, and I'm just applying that just underneath the glitter. Now you can see the light reflecting properties just down the front of my nose and here, and it just gives it that party time glow. And when it comes to choosing festival style, I always like wearing, this is like a little short gingham shirt that I got in Zara from the sale the other day. I don't mind wearing a shirt to a festival because I think it's only a day festival that I'm going to. But I think it like, if you haven't washed or say you're feeling a bit rough, sometimes it just glams it up a bit. And I love a bit of glam. Shoes wise, always go with a pair of trainers. I'm wearing these new trainers that I got the other day from Reebok. I love a speckled sole, looks nice. And then, this is a bit risque, but I'm gonna wear these like pleathery shorts. They look better on, I'm just holding them up, they're a little bit like a bin bag, but I got these from American Apparel, but I really like them because they've got really deep pockets, so I know I'm not gonna lose anything. And there we go, my simple how to get festival ready. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, please ask them in the comment box below, or email me if you're watching this on my blog, which is julesheptonstore.com. To watch me a little bit more closely, you can follow me on Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. It's all at Jules Von Hep. Or like I said, you can go through to my blog, which is julesheptonstore.com. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye! Tiny bit of the front bit. Oh, that's my door. Hi, darling.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just filming a quick video, but then I'm literally nearly finished.
Okay, I'm gonna
You look sensational. Yeah, you look gorgeous.
Yeah, okay.
Hey.